Hi, Mystic Lightning here. We are going to learn about our first square aspect, Sun square Pluto. This is also our first aspect involving a transpersonal planet. The transpersonal planets are Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Transpersonal planets can often be hard to understand because they all involve matters beyond the mundane world. Since the square aspect is an aspect of internal tension, a square aspect with a transpersonal planet will be a deeply subjective encounter with cosmic forces. It's important to recognize that Pluto is fundamentally about power, the acknowledgement of power, the wielding of power, and the misuse of power all fall under the domain of Pluto. A person with Sun square Pluto will often have difficulty with authority figures, particularly controlling ones, because the native regularly views interactions with people in power as one of domination. There is a fear that the self will be destroyed by such powerful forces, so the person can swing between defiant insubordination to dejected submission. For example, the Sun square Pluto native might first reluctantly agree to work for their father's family business, but then rebel when the father suggests passing the business on to the child. The native experiences tension with the situation because they don't necessarily view running the family business as an expression of who they are. Since a Sun square Pluto person is worried about being dominated, the person will usually take one of two routes. They will either withdraw into themselves, maintaining utmost secrecy, or they will ironically dominate others as a preventative measure. In either case, they are terrified of exposure and vulnerability. If the person can endure and survive the Plutonian power struggles that will inevitably come their way, then they will have the opportunity to reclaim their solar power. They will have the chance to tap into the immense power of the sun. Pluto only wants the sun to shine at its brightest. For example, if a Libra sun person has Pluto in Capricorn, then they would have the sun square Pluto aspect. The sun might feel like society is always being oppressive to them, but Pluto wants the Libra sun to learn that if it would just recognize society's structures and paradigms for what they are, Libra sun could establish the relationships that it needs to fulfill its solar purpose. Instead of feeling at the mercy of society, one becomes empowered. See you guys next week. Mystic Lightning signing off.